We're here in West Palm Beach, Florida at the Palm Harbor Marina. My name's Bobby Giancola.
And I'm Patrick Hopkins with Dennis and Yachting. Today we're excited to get you aboard one of the hottest listings in an even hotter market. This 2014 Azimut 84 called Phoenix.
Before we begin the walkthrough, it is worth noting that this specific Azimut was actually built at the parent company's Benetti yard, which speaks to the quality you'll see throughout the vessel.
On today's walkthrough, we're going to be showing you the layout of the boat as well as pointing out some owner upgrades. One of my favorite layout features is the attention to detail given to the guest quarters below. In all, there are 4 guest cabins aboard, all with ensuite heads. There's a midship master, which is full beam, and 3 guest accommodations forward.
One of my favorite features is the almost floor-to-ceiling vertical windows in the master and the port and starboard staterooms. It just allows all kinds of natural light to come in, and you don't feel like you're in the belly of a boat.
For the next 10 to 15 minutes, we'll be walking you through interior and exterior spaces. I will be taking you through the interior, main salon, interior helm, and guest quarters. Bobby's going to get us kicked off on the exterior spaces, starting on the Flybridge.
The reason we're starting on the exterior today is if you know anything about Azimuts, you know they're all about deck spaces. This space is where I find most yacht owners spend the majority of their time. And let me show you why. This open hardtop extends the entire beam of the Flybridge, which is great for those guests who love to take in the sun, and it also makes for a perfect open air retreat. All the way forward to the starboard is the upper helm station. This is the most enjoyable area to run the boat from. At the center of the helm station is an engine monitor flanked by twin 12-inch Raymarine displays, as well as a repeater and autopilot. On the starboard side, there's a bow and stern thruster control, as well as your main engine throttle controls. When running the boat, you do so from the bench seat just aft of the helm. The helm seat features an upgrade which is seen throughout all the exterior upholstery, a high-quality cross-stitch material that makes this helm seat a very enjoyable place to navigate. To port of the helm is a sun pad where the theme of this upholstery continues. When the hardtop is open, those who prefer the sun have an ideal spot to lounge in. Working our way aft, we have our exterior teak dining table that comfortably seats 8 and is where most meals are enjoyed. Another unique feature to this model is on the starboard side is the extended solid stone bar. Not only does it allow for more guests, but you also have 2 fridges, an ice maker, and 2 storage compartments. Continuing on to the aft deck, you will find an open sunning area. Azimut Benetti Group have installed everything that you need to place a crane on deck and store your tender or toys back here. This owner prefers a clear and clean deck space and keeps her tender on the hydraulic swim platform. In addition, for the future owner that may want a hot tub, Phoenix is also plumbed with water and power. On the starboard side, we have a crowd favorite, this summer galley complete with a double grill top. After going through the details of this space, it's easy to see why most owners and charter guests spend a large sum of their time up here on the Flybridge. Leaving here, we're going to jump back down to the main deck and take a look at the bow. Walking down the side decks with teak under your feet, we come to one of my favorite places, the foredeck. Main reason is the functionality. You can access from both port and starboard side, and you can sit and enjoy your lunch, or you can join your friends and family on the sun pad. In my experience as previous crew, guests also love this area because they could be a part of the action. When the anchors drop and hit the water, they knew that their adventure just began. All the way forward, we have our La Ferenz ground tackle, which is so important when cruising places such as the Bahamas or even the Northeast. When you're on the hook, this space becomes its own oasis. Replete with adjustable sun pads and an alfresco dinette, not only is this a great place to soak up the sun, but with your bow pointed west, you have created your own cinema to watch the sunset. Now let's head aft and take a look at the swim platform. Coming down to the hydraulic swim platform, we have a 13-foot 2019 Czar tender with a 70 horsepower Suzuki outboard motor. This platform retracts all the way into the water to launch the dinghy when at anchor. This also doubles as an excellent spot for those who can't help but to be in or around the water. Access through a watertight door in the transom, our next stop is the crew quarters on our way to the engine room. The crew area on board is divided into 3 spaces. Upon entering, you first arrive in the crew mess. Also found down here are 2 crew quarters. One to port, which is your captain's cabin, and opposite to starboard is a crew cabin with 2 twins. Heading forward from here brings us into the engine room. Phoenix is powered by twin C32 Acerts with 1,650 horsepower per side. Also of note in the machinery space are these 2 Kohler 32 kW generators which supply power to the boat while underway and at anchor. The most intriguing and genuinely important part of owning a yacht of this size, especially considering how much time is spent at anchor, are these CMC marine underway and zero-speed stabilizers, keeping everyone comfortable even as weather or wakes roll through. Exiting the engine and crew space and heading up 4 steps, we arrive at a part of the boat where guests are most commonly received, the cockpit. Back here, as you remove your shoes, the teak underfoot should be a familiar feeling that reminds you you have arrived and it's time to enjoy yourself. Starting aft, we first see the dining table with a molded-in bench seat that runs from port to starboard. More commonly, in a world where business can be conducted from anywhere, I find more and more yacht owners running their businesses from right here. Forward into port is an additional summer galley with a TV just above. Found in the wet bar is a sink, prep space, storage, and an isotherm refrigerator. Now, I'm gonna hand it off to Patrick and he's gonna take you through the interior.
As you enter the salon through doors that open all the way to the port side, the first thing you'll notice is the refined style and tasteful design given to this space that is complemented by windows that let natural light pour in. This will be a common theme as we move through the interior spaces. To port is an L-shaped sofa with 2 ottomans tucked neatly beneath a glass coffee table. One of the features that really stands out aboard Phoenix is found in the layout of the living spaces. The perfect example of this is private access offered by this staircase that brings us into a full beam master. As you enter the master, you'll be reminded of the recurring theme of natural light because of the signature Azimut windows that look out just above the waterline. The centerline king bed faces a large TV that is surrounded by storage on all sides. There's a desk to port, and moving aft is the entrance into the ensuite. This ensuite has his and hers sinks and an oversized shower. Exiting the master and returning to the main salon, there are 3 features I'd like to point out. The first being this safety gate. If you have children or pets, this is an extremely important feature. Opposite to the staircase on the port side is a minimally used but critical appointment, the interior dining table. Sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate and you will find that you get to enjoy your meals here at this perfectly round table that can be expanded with a leaf. Moving across to starboard is a cozy 3-person bar with a TV closer to the centerline. The face of this bar is finished with the same materials seen throughout the rest of the interior, a quilted maple and a contrasting zebra wood. To complement this space is a bar that is topped with a rainforest marble. Before entering the galley, the dayhead is accessed just forward of the bar to port. This is located conveniently close to the salon and interior helm. Her durable countertops house this double basin sink, a Miele oven, a 4-burner cooktop with a hood overhead. Outboard to starboard is a side deck access door, which is perfect when you're running a boat with just a captain and a mate. Facing the aft side of the galley is a full-size dishwasher, large sub-zero refrigerator, and 2 drawer freezers. Moving forward through a pocket door is the interior helm. As a former captain, I always appreciate this space. It tends to be the place when a captain is doing a delivery that he and the crew will operate the boat from and stand watches. Before we go over to the helm, to port is an L-shaped settee. This space can be used for meetings with captain for the day's plan, or it can be used as the captain's onboard office. To starboard of this space is the interior helm, which is complete with most tools a captain would need to navigate anywhere this boat is capable of traversing. Some of the key components here include twin Raymarine 16-inch displays, Raymarine radar, a FLIR camera, AIS, a Ghost security system, Caterpillar engine displays, as well as bow and stern thruster controls. Just aft of the helm are these adjustable leather captain's and co-pilot's chairs. Leaving the wheelhouse and heading down the stairs to starboard is the first of 3 guest staterooms. This space is naturally bright due to her 3 hull-side windows with an opening port in the forwardmost window. A great feature here are the twin beds that slide together to convert into a queen. As with every stateroom on board Phoenix, this room has its own ensuite. Just across the companionway to port is the second guest stateroom with a queen berth. With the same footprint as the starboard guest stateroom, this space naturally appears larger than she is because of these mirrored hull-side windows. Leaving here and heading all the way forward, we arrive at the VIP. This stateroom has a centerline queen bed, to port a large closet, and to starboard an impressive ensuite that is outfitted with Portoro black marble floors, bulkheads, and countertops. On behalf of Denison Yachting, Bobby Giancola, and myself, Patrick Hopkins, I want to thank you for coming on this walkthrough aboard Motor Yacht Phoenix.
If you have questions and would like to schedule a showing, contact myself or Patrick anytime, and we'd be happy to show you. Thanks so much for watching.